Hi everybody and welcome to another session on Speed Maths. In this session we'll be looking at a quick method of multiplying two-digit numbers, and the best part of this method is there need not be anything special about the numbers. You could in fact take up any two-digit numbers and multiply it with any other two-digit number. I'm going to start with an illustration of 23 times 52. The first part, the starting point, is very easy. Anybody could guess it. I'll need to multiply the unit digit of each of the two numbers. That will be 3 times 2. That gives me a 6. Now I'm going to write the numbers again. Of course, this is only for the sake of explanation and clarification right now. When we are doing it, we are not going to rewrite the numbers. It will be a sheer waste of time. But here, for the sake of clarity of understanding, I'm going to rewrite it. Now imagine there is a rainbow ring between these two numbers. That is the first digit of the first number and the last digit of the last number. Along with that, imagine a smaller rainbow ring that connects the second digit of the first number and the first digit of the second number. Now take up each of the two digits from the first ring. I have 2 times 2 and I know 2 times 2 is 4. Similarly, multiply the number in the second ring. 3 times 5, and 3 times 5 we know is 15. Add these two, that will give you 19. So you have a 9 over here, bearing in mind that there is a carryover of 1. That's because we have the actual number as 19. What's the last part? Well, that's pretty straight. Multiply the first digits. That's 2 times 5. 2 times 5 gives me 10. Normally I would have written a 10 over here, but there is a carryover over here, so it's 10 plus 1, so I have 11, and the entire answer is 1196. That's it. So you have 1196 as your answer. You must have noticed that the best part of this method is you can multiply two-digit numbers in your heads simply by knowing single-digit multiplications. In other words, if you know your tables till 10, you can use this method. Let's take up another number for practice. Let's say I'm going to multiply 41 times 27. Now you know what's the first step. The first step is multiply the last digits. That's 1 times 7, and 1 times 7 of course is 7. Now think of those two rings I taught you about. That's 4 times 7, that's 28. 28 plus 2 times 1. So I have 2 times 1 is 2 and 4 times 7 is 28. 28 plus 2 is 30, but I'll write only a 0 over here and know that there is going to be a carryover. Finally, 4 times 2. 4 times 2, multiplication of the first digits. That's going to be the last step. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 3, that's 11, and here you are, 1107 is your answer. Let's take up one further number. I'm going to multiply 34 times 71. What's the first step? Well, that's pretty simple. By now you know it. You'll have to multiply 4 times 1, which is 4. Okay, think of your rainbow rings, but what I'm going to do here is I'm not going to draw them. I want you to think about those rings in your head. So it's 3 times 1, that's 3. 7 times 4, that's 28. 3 plus 28 gives me 31. I'll write a 1 over here, and the earlier 3 goes on the carryover. Finally, 3 times 7. 3 times 7 is 21 plus 3, that's 24, and here you are, 2414 is your final answer. Well, I'll give you one more number. Try it out. I'll give you a second for doing it. Maybe a couple of seconds would suffice. 81 times 33. So what do you have over here? Yeah, 3. There you are, 2673. For the sake of repetition and to make sure we get this method pretty sound into our heads, we'll go through it again. That was 1 times 3, that is 3. Check. The rainbow rings, 8 times 3 is 24. 24 plus 3 times 1 is 3. That's 24 plus 3, 27, and I had a carryover in my mind. I know I did not even write it, I simply remembered it. Finally, 8 times 3, that's 24. I would have written normally a 24 over here, but there is a carryover, so it's 24 plus 2. That gives me 26. And there you are. Your answer 2673 is the final answer. Hope you enjoyed working with this method. Make sure you practice a little further on this and you will be able to master this method very quickly. Thank you for being with us and do keep coming back for more of this. Have a nice time.